In this week's episode, Jacques again looks at the latest news on the grain markets of Africa and also discuss where these markets can head over the near future. All in this week's episode, so make sure to stay tuned. Hello, Dr. Johnny van der Merwe here, and a warm welcome to another episode of the African Agri Overview, thanks to the support of Zimmatic irrigation systems and Comdi grain trading. Zimmatic's pivots and lateral move systems are truly cutting edge, combining top-notch components, exclusive designs and innovative features for a reliable, long-lasting agri solution. But with that said, Jacques will now dive deeper into the grain markets of Africa.
Good day and welcome to all our viewers. In this week's podcast, we look at the Zimbabwe maize market. Indications the Zimbabwe new maize crop could be down more than 50%. And record import volumes will be needed. The Zimbabwe president early April declared a state of disaster due to the El Nino induced drought. This begs the question if South Africa will be able to supply the entire Zimbabwe shortfall. Before we continue, take note, Zimbabwe is a rather challenging market to analyze, with very little accurate statistics, regular inflated government crop forecasts, and frequent government involvement in markets. This graph shows the Zimbabwe maize balance sheet for the last 5 years and the forecast for the 2024-25 marketing year, running from May 2024 to April 2025. Most crop forecasts are between 500 and 700,000 tons, the lowest in many years. The harvest process slowly getting underway. We have lowered our annual maize consumption number by 10% to 1.8 million tons on expected substitution and general lower consumption. We foresee an import need of 1 to 1.2 million tons, which is likely to be imported from South Africa. While South African yellow maize trades at a $50 per ton discount to white maize, Zimbabwe is likely to import its entire feed need. The market guesses around 500,000 tons annually in the form of yellow maize. This is likely to leave a 600,000 ton white maize import need for the food industry. Although the expected South African crop also well below last year, we believe the import split between white and yellow maize will make it easier for South Africa to meet the Zimbabwe import need. Before we look at the price graph, it is important to note Zimbabwe will allow maize imports throughout their harvest season. We foresee South African imports will continue unabatedly at least until April-May 2025. The next graph shows price history of Zimbabwe maize and South African white maize import parity since January 2020. During this period, South Africa was the main import origin. The blue circles on the graph indicate when Zimbabwe imported South African maize and local prices were typically forced to import parity. The most recent import campaign commenced October last year and expected to continue until April-May 2025. The Harare maize price trading in line with South African white maize import parity at around $400 a ton, as one would expect, and this is likely to continue for the foreseeable future. South African yellow maize landing in Harare at $350 a ton, see the red line. The purple line indicates Russian wheat import parity Harare at around $400 a ton. Can wheat limit the upside for the Zimbabwe maize price? The next question is what prices could do once the new crop harvest gathers momentum from late May. With South African imports expected to continue for the next 12 months, South African import parity likely to remain the benchmark. So, a hedge position on the South African bourse an option to manage risk. We understand the GMB has indicated it will pay $390 a ton delivered depot for maize this season, which could be a support level. However, we are not sure when they will start buying, how much, and how the payment will be split between the US dollar and the newly created ZiG currency. Next week we will look at the Zambia maize market. All indications Zambia will need to import maize for the first time since 2004. Remember, quality information improves decision making. Contact us for more detailed, tailored information.
Thank you, Jock. A huge shout out to our sponsors, Zimmatic Irrigation Systems and Comdi Grain Trading for making these videos possible. Comdi is a seasoned grain trading expert in South Africa's dynamic marketplace. With years of experience and a reputation for excellence, Comdi leads the way in connecting markets and facilitating grain trading across Africa and beyond. Comdi, your trusted partner in South African grain trading. If you would also like to advertise on these videos, make sure to contact me on the details displayed on screen. I'm Dr. Johnny van der Merwe. Thank you for watching and remember to tune in next week for more on the African grain markets.